The Cribs are selling a vibe, y'all. The ninth studio album from Wakefield's own, a band that's been shaping indie culture for over 2 decades, since 2004. And let me tell you, these brothers are not slowing down. They have been everywhere the past few months. Before the project release, they dropped a new single, Never the Same, which immediately landed on the BBC Music A list and came with a self shot video filmed in San Diego. And some of it part of their 2025 US tour. They're also kicking off a full UK headline tour with fans already packing out in store shows across the country. Career wise, this album marks their first full length release in over 5 years. What was that last project um was that Night Network? I think it was Night Network. Yeah, it looks here that they had another joint. It was one of their live recordings, whatever. I don't like live albums. I don't even listen to them. They could be good. There was one live album I listened to that was good. I can't even remember. I hardly ever listen to live recordings from like the concerts and stuff. But Night Network probably was 2020. So this is selling the vibe, and um, you know, this is probably like the sharpest, most emotionally open record yet. Personally, I think it's the sound of a band that's aging, but aging with grace, aging with style. They're not just retreading. Hey, this is who we were. You know what I mean? You remember this, right? You like this? Hey, have some. Oh no, this is still them leveling up from 2020 from 2004 to 2026. And they still leveling up, man. On the production side, Patrick Wimberly is at the controls. The Cribs teamed up with the former Chairlift member, and he also did some work with MGM Management, MGMT. He was a collaborator there, bringing a cleaner, more melodic pop edge to their usual raw indie punch. This is a shift with some synth flourishes. Um, the hooks are way more polished. Tracks like tracks like a point too hard. A point too hard is the third one on this joint. It weaves subtle synths into the band's classic dual vocal style, giving the album a bit of a modern flourish without really losing that grit. Um, Overall, it's more measured. It takes a little bit of a reflective tone. Summer Seizures is the fifth track on this thing, and it's kind of like when it sort of hit me. This is the lead single written during a time that they were in New York. It was like during the summer in New York. It's a raw look at love, tragedy through a catchy lens. A point too hard to make. There's another one you should check out. That's the third one on this joint. And this one is it's got this catchiness. It's a little bit hazardous, like and but it's refined. It's inspired by this like '80s sort of melody. Never the same comes up right after that one. Like it's a start. It's a strong start to the project. This one is a standout. It's written after a festival performance originally intended for a pop artist before the brothers decided to keep it instead for themselves because it has this like anthemic like pop like festival type vibe. And so they kept it for themselves. Let me just play that joint right now. Was that Never the Same? Well, my mistake. That was another good one. They got so many like just catchy joints on this joint. So they just decided to keep it themselves because it's a really good festival, like a live performance type of joint. Brothers Won't Break is gonna be the final track on this thing, which is perfect because it's a closer. It's a closer, and it's the literal anthem for sibling solidarity for what sums up a long journey. So it's 12 total tracks on the project, 41 minutes on this thing. It's mature, it's indie rock, but it still has some pop leaning making it a little bit more accessible. The sound of three brothers who's lived a lot, learned a lot, and still know how to write a hook that sticks to your ribs. It's energetic without being chaotic, emotionally charged without being heavy, I would say. It's nostalgic, gives you that reminiscent of the stuff that stuck to you in the past. Think, think replacements and and just some general other modern UK indie stuff. That it's but it's unmistakably Cribs. It's got that authenticity that they've curated for their entire career. Picture this: it's a Saturday morning. You're in the city. You go to a like one of the local coffee shops. So this is like you're the main character in the story. You go to one of the local coffee shops, and it's a day that you're gonna go thrifting, right? Maybe check out a couple thrift stores. I don't know. Maybe you're shopping for some vinyls. Maybe you know what I mean. There's some vinyls in one of those thrift stores. So maybe you're going. Maybe there's a shirt. There's this one thrift store down in the area where I live where they have like a lot of like high end stuff that like well it's a consignment store, but you know it's still thrifty for the brands that they are. They have some like dope stuff that you might have seen years ago that like you would love to have caught, but like um you was not gonna pay those prices, because paying those prices makes you a fashion slave. What's a fashion slave, you ask? Fashion slave is what Little Brother, a band from North Carolina, a rap band from North Carolina, say when like you're doing too much, right, for the actual scene, but you're doing it because like there's a price tag that comes with this particular brand that you're wearing, right? And you're in the club and you're wearing a fur coat, like freaking Dipset had us all wearing fur coats and pink and stuff like that. Cameron had us wearing pink and whatnot, right? In all kinds of like inappropriate situations. And it's like, bro, it's too hot. Why do you have sunglasses at night? Why are you wearing sun? I wear my sunglasses, like, but that's all just for fashion, and that's a fashion slave. Fashion slave is even when you're uncomfortable, you're gonna do the thing because of fashion, because you're trying to be fly. I ain't gonna lie, I get caught up in it sometimes myself too, but this isn't one of those, right? So skip that consignment store, go to the thrift store, play this in the background, go to your local coffee shop, fuck the big chains, walk through this and do and walk the whole time. You know what I mean? Don't even like drive or Uber, nothing like that. Just walk the whole thing and let this be your playlist and let you be the main character for this freaking story. It's a soundtrack for motion, for reflection, for feeling like this project was written for you, for the day ones. And even if you're not a day one, fine, you could pretend. We'll allow it, right? Cribs are on a vibe selling business, and business is good. You can thank me by hitting that like and subscribe button in that order.